A very good evening, friends. So, I hope you're all safe as well as healthy. Well, in this particular month, what I am planning is to discuss some crucial paragraphs related to the Ind AS 2 that talks about inventory. In the previous month, I was talking in terms of Ind AS 1. I thought, let me move on with a chronological order. And I think now it's time to discuss Ind AS 2. So in this video, what I'm going to do with you, I'm going to discuss the definition of inventory. When we look at any particular standard, I think the most pertinent question what comes to the mind is that what is inventory? Then only we can appreciate the standard. So let's, I think, dig deep into the definition of what is inventory. खुशखबरी और खुशखबरी 30 और 31 जनवरी तक एक स्कीम अवेलेबल थी जिसके अंदर आप अनअकैडमी की किसी भी सब्सक्रिप्शन पर 20% डिस्काउंट ले सकते थे और ये ऑफर एक्सटेंड करके 1 और 2 फरवरी तक एक्सटेंड कर दी गई है। यानी कि आज जब आप इस वीडियो को देखेंगे और कल रात मिडनाइट तक अनअकैडमी की सभी सब्सक्रिप्शंस पर आप अनलॉक कर सकते हैं 20% डिस्काउंट। इसके लिए आप कोड इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं CAKB10। लगेगा CAKB10 लेकिन मिलेगा आपको 20% डिस्काउंट। तो भाई किस बात का इंतजार कर रहे हैं? डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स के अंदर CA फाइनल की सब्सक्रिप्शंस के आपको इसके अंदर लिंक मिलेंगे। तो करिए फटाफट से प्लानिंग और कल रात 12 बजे तक कर लीजिए अपने प्लान को पूरा and let's crack it. Let's have a read on the definition which is given in Ind AS 2 as far as inventory are concerned. And when I look at the definition, it says inventory are assets. And I think let's focus on the word that inventories are asset. Interestingly, when you look at a definition, for example, a property, plant, equipment, as per Ind AS 16, you will not see that the standard defines a PPE to be an asset. If you look at the definition in terms of Ind AS 16, it says that property, plant, equipment are tangible items. It doesn't use the word asset. So is there any special significance in terms of using the word asset in the definition? Yes, of course. Now, I think if you look at the definition of asset without getting into the nitty-gritties of the exact definition, we can say that whenever you say that it's an asset, there are, we can say, two important features as far as an asset is concerned. One is we can say that you need to prove that there is a control. Now, when you say that there is a control will stem either out of legal ownership of the asset, or it could come out of the fact that you can restrict others from the use of the asset. So when I'm looking at inventory being assets, the entity should be in a position to prove either a legal ownership or it should be in a position to prove that, it would be able to restrict others from the use of that particular asset. That's one. Secondly, when I look at the word asset also means that it is going to give you economic benefits. Future economic benefits would arise. Now, inventories would give rise to future economic benefits when they are sold. So I think if I'm looking at inventories, I'm looking at two factors when I say it's an asset. One is the control, which stems out of the fact that either you prove me a legal ownership or you prove me that there is a right to restrict others from the use of the asset. And the second is getting a future economic benefits. So once we've been able to prove that yes, the given item is, supposed to be an asset. Now, I'm not saying that it's tangible or intangible because inventories could be tangible or it could be intangible. For example, if I am a software dealer, then in those particular cases, the item is something which is intangible in nature. So whether it's tangible or intangible, what is important is that you need to first of all prove that it's an asset. That's one. Secondly, it should fit into either the clause A, B or C. Now, if I look at the clause A, the focus is it's held for sale. in the ordinary course of business, which means the purpose of the inventory is very clear, that it is being held for the purpose of being sold in the ordinary course of business. Unlike a property, plant, equipment, which is held for the purpose of use in the production process. Then the clause number B says, in the process of production for such sale. That means it's a WIP. It is still in a work in progress stage, that it would be converted into finished products and then it will be sold. And then finally, it says in clause C, in the form of material or supplies to be consumed in the production process or in the rendering of services. Typically speaking, I would say it's raw material. And it would also include a packing material, provided it is something which is a primary packing in nature. Because there are two kinds of packing. One is a primary packing, without which a product cannot be sold. And one is supposed to be a secondary packing, which is more like an additional packing. You want to actually, make the goods look more attractive. Like, for example, during Diwali season, you would see that, products will be packed with an additional packing. Secondary packing would not be considered as a part of clause C, but a primary packing would be. So in simple words, we can say the definition has got two focus points. One is that it's an asset which has got two features in terms of control and future economic benefits, and the purpose for which the inventory is held. Sale, or it is in the production process for such sale, or it's raw material to be consumed in that production process. That's the crux of the definition of inventory. So in the next video, we're going to look at some more interesting aspects of Ind AS 2. Thank you for watching. Take care and bye-bye.